finance fees, and then there is an operating lease.
There are internal auditors everywhere. Then how did that Vijay Mallya fraud even happen?
Gross profit will give me the sales.
Are internal auditors as independent as external auditors?
So we are now coming towards the end of our chapter, and since the beginning we've been discussing about money, and you remember that example where we were like our goal is to increase the shareholders' wealth, to make the ice cream bigger and bigger. But is it just that? Of course not, right? There are other non-financial objectives also. Like for example, if you think of an NFP. What is NFP? It's not for profit organization. Do you think for not for profit organization, making money is the primary goal? Of course not, right? The name itself says they are not here for profits. Their objective would be to give better services. Their objective is to build an impact on the society. And your NGOs, that would be the best example for not-for-profit organizations. So this not-for-profit organizations, they have one very nice way of managing their business. They use this concept called VFM. To be honest, this VFM concept we can also use in our daily lives. It's very nice. So listen to me. So VFM talks about value for money. I'm sure all of us have got some value for money, right? Normally when we say that when we go to a shopping mall and we just take up some item, and then what is the first thing that we do? Check the price tag, right? And of course, we all have that goal to, reach in our lives where we don't want to see the price tag, but we end up doing that however rich we get. And then you read the price tag, and what is the first thing that you notice? I don't think so, it's worth it, right? And that is the concept of value for money. So this value for money focuses on the 3 E's. Let's understand what are those 3 E's. So the 3 E's are efficiency, effectiveness, and economy. Let's understand this now. So let's say there are 2 people, okay? There's Shah Rukh Khan and Salman Khan, alright? And both of them are writing ACCA FM exam. Or let's say they're just writing a normal exam, and let's say SRK took 10 sheets of paper to finish his exam. Alright. And Salman Khan took 15 sheets of paper to complete the exam. Okay. When I say sheets of paper, you know that, right? Back then we had to write in pages, and more pages, more marks was the concept. But again, coming back to the concept, who do you think over here is more efficient? Let's say both of them have cleared the exam, alright, and both of them have got an amazing score. But in this particular example, can you tell me who was more efficient? Can I say it was Shah Rukh? Because he could achieve the same objective. He could also clear the same exam by using just 10 sheets of paper. Salman also cleared the exam, but he took 15 sheets of paper. So clearly by this example, can I say that Shah Rukh was more efficient than Salman Khan? But both Shah Rukh and Salman were effective. Why do I say they both were effective? Because effectiveness deals with results. Both of them have cleared the exam, no? So both of them are effective. But Shah Rukh was more efficient than Salman because he could do the same task by using little amount of resources. So that's your efficiency. and effectiveness talks about have you achieved the result or not. So now you guys will watch these recordings, you all will work hard, study for 5 hours a day, practice lot of questions, you're efficient. But in spite of doing all of this, what if you don't clear the exam? You're efficient but not effective. But you do all of it and still end up getting a rank. You are efficient and effective. I hope the concept is clear. Now we're left with the last E, which is economy. What is economy? Let's say you're very thirsty, okay, and you want to drink buttermilk. Now buttermilk, you're going to get it outside your house. Your Ramu Kaka also will give you the buttermilk, and you'll obviously get buttermilk in Taj also. Of course. So, which one would you prefer? The buttermilk in Ramu Kaka's place or buttermilk in Taj? You'll think again about this. Obviously, it is Ramu Kaka's because Ramu Kaka's buttermilk will cost 20 rupees, whereas the same buttermilk in Taj might cost 200 rupees. In fact, the taste of the buttermilk, I can guarantee you, that will be better with Ramu Kaka and not in Taj. So, that is the concept of economy. So, economy talks about the fact that if you can get your raw materials at a cheaper price, but listen to this fact, you have to not compromise on the quality of the product without compromising on the quality. Then you should always go with the cheaper option. So suppose tomorrow I am running a manufacturing industry and I have to input some raw materials into it. I have two raw materials, raw material A and raw material B. Raw material A costs $5, raw material B costs $8. I would still go with raw material A because it is less expensive. But it doesn't mean that you will choose cheaper raw materials. You have to ensure that whenever you're choosing a raw material, you have to not compromise on the quality of the product. So that's about your value for money concept, which is generally practiced in not-for-profit organizations. But of course, I think this concept can be practiced in our daily lives also. So that's about your chapter 1 financial management function.